everybody. It's almost about 8 here in South Australia, watching these drivers do their outlaps at the moment at Las Vegas for round 2 of Inters Racing League. This is Tier 3 starting the weekend. Of course, you got Saturday, you got Tier 2, and Sunday is Tier 1. Just before they finish their outlaps, let's have a look at the Tier 3 standings. At the moment, Lucas is leading with 24 points from Dutch and Arcade Gaming, 20 and 17. As Dunno comes round to start his lap, Dunno is currently in 15th with 1 point. Let's see if he can make any inroads up into the top 10 at Vegas tonight. Coming through turn 1, it's a bit of a crazy corner going through there. If you go, yeah, it is this first corner, but if you go too wide, you end up in the wall. If you go turn in just right, you should be able to get it, but then turn 2 is flat out. I believe turn 4 is the immediate 90-degree angle into the into the second sector, through the chicane behind the dome, through these flat-out S's, through the Venetian and another hotel, which I am not really going to pronounce. Through this corner, almost hitting the barrier back there. He is being trailed by the kick Sauber of Bolt. Coming down this fast section. He's got 3.8 of fuel, so he's not going to be using as much as you'd think. But grinding down the gears into third, almost, and he goes invalidates it, which is very, very unlucky, but he does have enough fuel to go for another outlap and another fast lap. Bolt will be the first one across the line to set a lap time. It will be Bolt. Ashton has retired. That is very unlucky. Bozzy in the Mercedes, 132.4. Bolt doing a 31 flat is crazy. Then we have Quiet Cake finishing his run. Kingy behind, coming into the pit lane. Followed by Fat Eagle, might have made some mistakes. He comes up to the line setting a 34.4, followed by Protein and Hippie Slayer, or JT Cully. Dutch Verstappen just entering the lobby, and he has left the session again. He is having very bad issues with that connection. Dono has invalidated again as he is coming around the corners. Both V-Cubs behind one another. Tetris starting his run. Quiet Cake there is on intermediates. Dutch Verstappen has left again. Anybody down on their time or up on their time? Fat Eagle's up on his time. He is going as fast as possible with both V-Cubs behind. Staying ahead of them on this lap will be crucial, as one of them might actually get DRS on you. Both the Williams drivers are doing what the V-Cubs are doing by giving each other DRS. Fat Eagle getting the DRS off of his Williams teammate of Dunno, just getting that toe up to the DRS to make sure he's going as quick as possible. 345. So just slower than Monza for some people, but quicker at other tracks. Quicker here than at Monza. Monza, of course, the fastest on the calendar, followed by this track. Fat Eagle will go up into P2, setting a 31.7. 31.3. Hippie Slam or JT Carly going into P4. Dunno starting his next lap. There is a Red Bull of Matty AU. We've not seen this man on the grid much, but he is here for Vegas. 31.8, putting himself into P5, 3/10 ahead of Broseph Poop. Suron coming up to the line behind Tetris. Tetris getting a 32.1, and Suron getting a 48.0. He is going for another lap. Dunno in the chicane behind the big dome, you want to make sure you stay just on the curbs. If you go any further, you might spin through here. But Williams is going to give another toe to his teammate. See if he makes it through this corner. He does. And now, up to the line. Oh, sorry, not up to the line. Up to the DRS line, you would say. Getting the toe. Getting an absolute stonking amount of slipstream. 349, almost 350. Grinding down the gears. Make sure not to invalidate where he did last time. His teammate coming into the pit lane under the Qatar Airways and the Rolex barriers up to the end of his lap, and he gets a 31.5 just in P5, getting 3 tenths ahead of Matty AU. Suron is being chased by Tetris. Tetris will be going for another lap. Suron is on his final lap here. Coming up to the line now. 32.5 as he slows down. Oh no, and he blocks Tetris from finishing his lap. From starting his lap. So that has hurt Tetris a lot. Ozzy is on an outlap. F1 Original Paulie has started his outlap. Shining Swarm in the closing stages of his outlap, and King Dogger right behind him. Those three are still yet to set lap times. Dunno is 2 tenths down, but he is coming into the pit lane, of course. Bolt is doing extra work for the Kick Sauber, dragging that car up into the top 5 with 9 minutes to go in qualifying. I will go back on to the list of, team standings at this point. Racing Bulls are currently ahead. Alpine in second, Aston Martin, then Red Bull. Ferrari, then Kick Sauber, then McLaren, Williams and Mercedes. And then Haas on 0 points. Everyone currently in this race, if everyone stays where they are, you get points from 24 to 1 in 15th. So first and 15th get points. So if everyone stays alive, they end up getting points. There is a green flag. Shining Storm will be the first one. No, actually, it's going to be Bozzy next. He is currently 900s up as he slides through sector, the final 3 corners before the penultimate corner. Coming up to the line, and he goes 1/10 quicker, but not any closer to getting past Tetris ahead of him. Shining Swarm into P11. Next across the line will be King Dogger. See if he can go any faster. Into the 32.6s ahead of his teammate Bozzy. Both Mercedes 9 and 10 at the moment. 11 and 12 for the Ferraris. 3 and 4 for the V-Cubs, and 2 and 5 for the Williams. 1 and 13 for the Kick Saubers. We do actually have, I believe that is Protein Group coming up to, he has run out of battery charge already. He's coming up to the line and he goes into P2 ahead of Fat Eagle here. Bolt is actually up on his time, could go into the high 30s here. High 30s here. 28, 29, 30, and it is a 30.8. 4 tenths ahead of the rest of the field. Just biding his time, making sure he makes no mistakes. F1 Original Paulie is out of gas. Will any of these drivers be going for another lap? Suron, maybe, no. I think Shining Swarm has decided it's time to come into the pit lane. Suron on an out lap, Bozzy into the pits. King Dogger will be right behind him. Tetris is 2 seconds slower, but he is actually out of fuel. Oops. So actually he went past Bros's Coof. I did not see that. My bad. Looks like Hippie Slayer _ FTR is going to wait for one more lap. He's currently 5 seconds down. He's coming into the pit lane. Coming into the pits. Not coming into the pits, so Hippie Slayer will be doing another lap. Tetris will not be. Broseph Coop coming up to the line. He is 1/10 down. 150 tenths down. Suron is also behind him, 4 tenths up at the moment. He will actually go ahead of Broseph, unless Broseph can do anything to get ahead. 4 minutes left on the clock at Vegas for qualifying in Tier 3. Broseph did actually go up. Suron coming up to the line, 6 tenths up now. He will definitely go ahead up into around 7th, maybe even 6th. Broseph Coupe in the Aston Martin through this tricky left chicane. That final left gets your car a bit squiggly on the exit. Up to the line, it is not going to be anywhere in the top 5, but he improves up ahead of Tetris. Suron, who is 6 tenths up, still has battery to use, and he comes across the line to set a 31.8 going into 6th position. Hippie Slayer is 6 tenths down. Obviously, his teammate did give him a massive tow. So I believe it is Bozzy will be the first one across the line. Let's see if he's filled up for more than he has filled up for 1 lap. Has anyone else done more? Fat Eagle is filled up for, oh Jesus. Fat Eagle's filled up for 1 lap. Or 1 mistake in a lap. Lewis Hamilton and George Russell in the background on the Hard Rock Stadium poster. Fat Eagle starting his outlap. Bozzy will be the first one though. Let's see on board under the Aramco barrier. This first back straight to get to the DRS zones. Make sure you don't hit that outside wall because there is a bit sticking out. If you go too wide, 1/10 up at the moment, this will put him ahead of his teammate, but still in 10th position. He does have a Dunno right ahead of him, Merson. That was Dunno giving him the space he needed. Bozzy still 1/10 up, as it says from earlier, is 1/10 up again. Will only go to about a 140, so a 32.140, as it stands, but it could fluctuate depending on how well he uses his battery down the straight. He uses none of it. So anyone who comes out of the pits now, which would be Ashton's already dead. F1 Original Paulie, hoping he gets out. He will be the final driver. He actually won't make it anymore. So, Bozzy going just 7 thousandths slower than Tetris, followed by Fat Eagle, who goes into P2, taking that position back away. Bozzy has retired in a wall. I don't know how that's happened. Shining Swarm is on the lap. There are 6 cars all lined up, going down the back straight, just before the front straight. Three tenths up for Shining Swarm. He is very close to King Dogger at the moment. Quiet Cake has to do well on his final lap to get anywhere but 14th and 15th from McLaren's. Shining Swarm going up the levels. It's currently 3 tenths up, or just about there. He has run out of battery, but because he will cross the line, if he can save, he can go for another run. Oh, no, he can't. Oh, God. 32.4 for him. Bolt has started his lap. Who is that coming up to the line now? That is Protein Group, and he comes across the line and finishes in P3. He will be followed by Dunno, who's 5 tenths up at the moment, which will put him ahead of Fat Eagle, but will make it a 2 and 3 for the Williams drivers. Using all of his remaining battery, coming up to the line through the kink, and it's a 30.9, and that puts him in P2. Right behind him would be Tetris. Tetris setting a 31.7, putting him into P6, followed by the McLaren A Quiet Cake, who's 3.7 tenths up, which will put him into the 33s. Cake will be next. He will be followed by Hippie Slayer. All 4 of these guys will finish right behind each other. See if anyone moves. King Dogger moves up, and Matty AU moves up. Bruce's Coop does not move up. He stays where he is, just finishing. Followed by Bolt. Bolt has this lead locked in, but he wants to go even quicker. He has 1 tenth up. He will be followed by Suron and Shining Swarm. And he gets a 30.6 massive time increase, but both the Ferraris are done, and that is your qualifying. Bolt 3 tenths ahead of Dunno, and Shining Swarm is going to do burnouts. Shining Swarm. What happened to Shining Swarm? Did he get disqualified? Oh my God. So Ashton will not be starting last. That will go to Shining Swarm, who decided he was going to do burnouts and then forgot that you actually have to get to the pit lane and not sit there on track. Sadly for the Battle Cat and the Ferrari, I think. Could be wrong. I am normally wrong when that happens. But going into the race, oh my God, that is crazy. For tier 3 pole to be a 30.6 is nuts. But Bolt proving he is the fastest at the moment, but let's see if that transitions to race pace. Followed by Dunno, Fat Eagle, Protein Group, Matty AU, Hippie Slayer, Tetris, Suron, King Dogger, Broseph Coop, Bozzy, Quiet Cake, Paulie, Ashton, Shining Swarm, who got disqualified, and Ashton, who kissed the wall on Valentine's Day. Waiting for the cars to pick their setups and click A or X. Dutch has rejoined the session. Three, four, five lights. Lights out, and away we go. They're starting on the curb and not going to have the best time at all. Shining Swarm not having the greatest start, Bolt having the best start. Hippie Slayer getting past someone has crashed at the start. Quiet Cake, Ashton has been spun round, and he started fourth and crashing to qualifying and ended up in the last 7 seconds behind. Bolt trying to stay ahead. Someone has gone again. Bozzy and Kimber on the shades have gone up positions as well. Quiet Cake is finding moves. Gross is not having the best time in his Aston Martin. Aston Martin on this good at the moment. Both Williams have kept ahead of the RVs. We look at position changes. Those top three have stayed the same. Slayer has gone up. Protein and Mathieu have gone down. There's down to bottom, and Quiet Cake has gone up one. Broseph down 2. Paulie staying where he is. Bolt actually getting passed by Dunno, who then goes way too wide, and that puts him further down the order than he would have liked. He comes in just ahead of Quiet Cake and Ozzy, behind Kingo. But he has gone from P2 down to P9. It's not the best start to a lead, but not the best start to a race. Looking at the leader and the tires. Two drivers, Bozzy and F1 Original Paulie are on the hards, everyone else on the mediums. We look at fastest lap, it is a 1:38.1. Bolt transition. He is 1.3 seconds ahead of Bolt. Fane, 1.7 seconds ahead of Lucas. So the big cubs are liking this track as much as Bolt picks out them. Mathieu just keeping Suron behind. 3/10 is the gap. Close enough to really make noise. I believe Lucas may see the position to his teammate. Keep Mathieu behind. Dono is now on a big train from 12th to 3rd. So everyone match will get past Suron getting past Mathieu. And Protein staying ahead at the front of the train. Oh, that is very wiggly from Suron. He's almost out of battery already. Not what you want to see at the start of the race. A 34.1 for Fatty, who has closed the gap 1.1, 2 seconds. Protein but he does lose it down the straight just because of speed. And nobody has decided to go for a move just yet in the top group. That was Suron hitting a wall. Mathieu going round the outside. Who breaks later? It is Suron pushing him out wide and keeping the position. Suron has decided he wants to keep that position even though it's now costing DRS. So now Protein Group and Hippie Slayer can get away from them and probably catch up to Fatty who has lost time to Bolt. This move and will get it. It's going very, very slow and now being passed by even King Dogger and maybe even Dono going on the back straight, but ahead Tetris getting past Mathieu as well, but ahead it's both the three carbs going side by side and they've cost themselves time because Tetris has gained. He's on the back now, and they have now made it a train from 3rd to 10, as Broken Coop has lost with Bozzy. Bozzy's tyres basically go the whole race and go on soft at the end, hoping they can start up the road at the end for it. Ashton not doing too well with no wing. Shining Swarm, 13th. Doing the best job he can to stay ahead of F1 Original Paulie. Bolt 2.4 seconds. Hippie Slayer has lost out from his teammates. If I was checkered flag, I'd be telling them to stay together and make sure they gap everyone behind. It's not looking likely as Protein has slipped himself back into the DRS, letting Hippie Slayer catch up. Hope no one that makes mistakes like Gunner. Still behind, not having the best of times. Who will lose DRS and who will gain it? They're coming up to the green now. Looks like Tetris almost losing from the DRS. Stays within the DRS. Mathieu will be getting past by King Dogger, who gets past cleanly into the right chicane. Like Abu Dhabi got cancelled basically. Tetris very well where he is at the moment. And Bolt stayed where they are, but Hippie Slayer has gone up 3 positions, starting from 6th and making it 3rd. The biggest loser was Gunno, who had that. And the biggest winners are King Dogger and Hippie Slayer at the moment. Back to tyres. As you know, that is everyone's tyres. A pink helmet, pink and blue helmet for Bolt. He loves all the smiles and the happiness of leading a race. 2.7 seconds. He is getting closer and closer to the 3-second mark and hopefully getting out of not even like 3-second penalty range. If he gets 3 seconds, he is clean out of that. Hippie Slayer has lost contact with his teammate. Let him back in or will not. Has gone a bit stray from the line and he has just lost it. I believe he might have just lost DRS and that will allow Tetris to get past him. He has lost it. So his teammate has let him go and that has allowed Tetris to come back up through. Dono getting the move done and so is Quiet Cake. Will he go past both drivers? No he won't, but he will get past Suron who loses 2 positions. Was he getting ahead of Dono making his way back up, getting past King Dogger as well. King Dogger with more speed. It's right on his tail but won't be going for a move. Meanwhile, behind Suron, diving down the inside, braking just enough to get ahead and keep in position. Nice battle between these 4 at the moment. Tetris has gone ahead and kept Protein Group, but Fatty was being caught rapidly, basically, as he's making a lot of mistakes. going through this first sector as if his wing isn't really made for this, like he intended it to. Don't know, 2 seconds behind from all the battling. Will he be able to catch up to Heavy Slayer, Tetris and Protein, who are trying to catch his teammate? Will he stick behind for one more lap and possibly let Mathieu and King Dogger get past in the end? Cars. Yes, they can. It's absolutely lovely. Yeah, Tony, that pit will win the race as it stands. If you would like to join the Discord and race alongside most of these guys like they're doing right now, obviously there are a lot of battles Kingdom has lost out, but White Cake make collisions with him. That is 10 seconds. He is now coming into the pits to serve that. Broseph and Bozzy have gained positions at the moment. As I was saying, if you want to join these guys in point blank, if you want to join these guys and race, there is a Discord link. Someone could send it to you, or you could put the Discord in below and they could add you from there. Or I believe it's part of Twitch. If you go to the front page, you should be able to see it. Bozzy having a massive slide. Not looking too good. You getting ahead of Suron as well. Dunno ahead by about 2.4. He's sitting peacefully. Hippie Slayer on the back of Tetris will go for the move and will get it done. Fat Eagle on Protein Group on Fat Eagle will get past. Oh my god, the slide from Hippie Slayer was amazing. His tyres are losing slowly, but it is affecting him. He comes into the pits but does cross the pit lane line. It's not going to help him one bit. He slay the first box off of the medium tyres. I hope everyone can hear the cars going around the track, because that was an issue last week, but I seem to have fixed it. Hoping it is staying on for everyone. Getting a 3-second time penalty. Not going to enjoy that, especially with Mathieu right behind him. And Quiet Cake are behind by a significant margin. But Broseph Coop has King Dollar up his bum. Hopefully no one crashes out in this race, as everyone will get points from 15th to 1st. First getting 24 and Quiet Cake will get 1 at the moment. Ashton, the one with wing damage, still has it. He will try and get it replaced, hoping for a safety car. Bolt does not want a safety car. 4.4 seconds ahead of Fat Eagle, who has Protein right behind him. Just tell the lines are very different between the Protein Group and Fat Eagle. Fat Eagle's a bit more cautious going into braking zones, whereas Protein Group really just doesn't care about his brakes. Shining Swarm has gone past his teammate up into 8th place for the Ferrari. Everyone is rooting for him at the moment. He is in top 10. His tyres are worn because he is sliding all over the place, but hopefully he can get those tyres on and get some decent points for the Ferrari. Hippie Slayer getting past F1 Original Paulie, now has Shining Swarm in his sights. He will be hoping to catch up immediately, going over those curbs like they don't even exist. Will be going Fat Eagle. Like this move, watch from on board. From behind, you can see how much he catches all the way up. It's not close enough. Will he go for the move? Goes for it. Brakes, turns in, gets the move, goes over, but he's sliding all over the place. It is 5.6 seconds. Nobody watches. Tetris is coming in. Dono staying out, makes it P4 and 3. He is caught back up. He is having a very, very good time in that Williams. Matty AU boxes behind. Bozzy staying out. Shining Swarm is coming into the pit lane. He'll do his first stop. Just the front four needing to box at the moment. As it stands, Bozzy will take the lead. We look back. It's about 24 seconds in the pit lane. Hippie Slayer will be about, or maybe it's about 20 seconds, 20 to 22, depending on how long your stop takes and if you get and if you go over, and you have, there's a bunch of things that could go wrong, but you know, not able to speak properly today, no idea why. So it's about 53 seconds to cover the whole field. But Bolt is taking this win by storm. Hopefully he wants to stay ahead in that kick Sauber. A lovely win for the kick Saubers today. If he is able to keep ahead. Tetris getting past F1 Original Paulie. Shining in P14 right now, 2 seconds behind Broseph, who's back with King Dogger. First person 2 blocks at the moment. Let's see if his teammate will get past. Dono has left the session, so we will send that man an invite. Immediately on it. So he will not like that one bit. But he comes out of the pit lane, broken through, just ahead of his teammate. That pretty beneficial. He is 2 seconds ahead as Tetris wanting that DRS from him. Tetris pulling in a good result for the Haas. Dono, who's in AI, is not going to have a fun time. I have sent him a couple of invites. Just hope he takes him. Fat Eagle, 7 seconds behind Bolt. He is a bit quick for this gear, I would say. 7 seconds. He's not had DRS, not had tow. 7 seconds ahead, basically. This man is on a mission and he would love to win this race. Dono is back in. He's 6 seconds behind his teammate now instead of 3. It's not helped him in the slightest. Bolt is coming into the pit. He will stay behind both Williams as it stands. Don't actually lose that much time. I didn't think he did. Fat Eagle comes in. Dono stays out for another lap. Hippie Slayer getting a 3-second time penalty. It is a strange corner, but you can get warnings there. Bozzy coming up through the gears. He gets ahead of Fat Eagle, but he will not be ahead of Bolt, who gets ahead of everyone. That is P for him. He does see, he is warming up his tyres down the front straight, making sure he gets them as warm as possible for their run. Tetris getting ahead of Fat Eagle here. Fat Eagle not having the best stop. Bozzy is behind, but he could be a roadblock for Bolt at the moment. gaining fast, and he is wiggling as he does so. We have 15 laps? No, I'm stupid. 14 laps of fuel. 14 laps of fuel should be left as the minimum. Coming up to the final corner, Dunno is pulling over to come into the pit lane. Let's see how many positions he will lose from being an AI, but knowing how he ended the first stint, I believe he will successfully get past these cars again. Bozzy getting past, Dunno getting past, Fat Eagle getting past, teammate Matty AU and Suron getting past, F1 Original Paulie getting past. Even Ashton still going. But Dunno falls all the way to 10th position, not having the best race at the moment. Hang on, I need to check this. He has not boxed, okay. So Bozzy has not stopped. If he had stopped, this was his P3, that would have been crazy. Drivers who have not stopped, if we go to those, F1 Original Paulie, Ashton and Bozzy. So those three do have to box soon. You're hoping Bozzy might box around now. Around this lap, around next lap. Bozzy has gone up 8 positions. Has lost 8 positions. Dogger has lost 4. Biggest loser at the moment is Dunno. Biggest gainer is Bozzy. Who's still yet to hit, so that would be Tetris, who's up into P3. Once everyone gets onto their tyres, that will be, I will close that so you have a lot more room to see all the racing. Because everyone will stay on those tyres. If someone does box, then otherwise. Okay, well, 33 point. Is that 33.3? That is, I believe, could be somebody's quality time. So this man is flying. He's 37 seconds between the whole field. Bozzy has not boxed yet, but Ashton has decided to pull the plug at the moment. That makes it 14th and 15th for McLaren, which will be 3 points, and a very proud Ashton getting his wing changed at the moment. He actually had his first Valentine's Day kiss today with the barrier in qualifying, so love that. Bolt is carrying on like nothing happened, like that pit stop didn't exist, because he's still ahead of Protein, who was 5 seconds ahead of Bozzy, who is not letting anyone through. He has 3 cars behind him with Tetris, Hippie Slayer and Fat Eagle. All of these guys would be wanting to get past like now, but Fat Eagle is taking control, and this car is just much quicker. All 3 of them will be getting past. They're all going at the same time. It's Fat Eagle versus Hippie Slayer, who brakes later, who brakes earlier, and it's collision keys. And here comes Bozzy. Bozzy will be boxing. He is not boxing yet. Bozzy is deciding not to box and does get hit by Fat Eagle. He's not having the best time. This is caused Mathieu to go down the inside and clip Bozzy, who had a bit of a accident, but he's now, he's been turned by Suron, not having the best time with F1 Original Paulie coming into the pits now. He would preferably like to stay ahead of Quiet Cake and Ashton. Quiet Cake coming up now, he will not get past. Broseph getting past King Dogger for P10 at the moment. Bozzy needs to box. He is losing way too much time for this to be paying off. He does have Dunno right behind him. Dunno would like to get ahead and possibly even get into that DRS at the moment. Matty AU was getting someone, but Hippie Slayer 7 seconds behind they don't crash into each other. Now, coming up to the end to make it 10 laps to go. He's not making this easy for everyone, but someone has gone slow. That was Quiet Kate. Ashton hoping to stay out of the barriers, because if he does crash, that will be a safety car for everyone. And Bolt's lead will diminish, but that will stop players like Hippie Slayer and Zuron from getting anywhere higher, because the 3 seconds will end up demolishing that. Shining Swarm in P11, 2 seconds behind Kingdo. Just see him in the rear view mirror. Well, you can't have rear view mirrors on this on these cars, so you look in the wing mirrors and you just check. In a pack of 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, these drivers on position change wise, Dunno 2 seconds behind, but won't be catching much because of the DRS effect this track has. 22 minutes ago, he said that Bolt would win. He said a kick Sauber, he said the kick will win, and it's currently looking likely, as it is 6 seconds to Protein Group. Lucas would like to get further ahead, but as it stands, he is stuck losing out to Bolt. Tetris getting passed by Fatty, and almost getting passed by Hippie Slayer, who's on his outside but cannot make the move. Matty AU having a slip and slide, which allows Suron to get past. Oh, he might be going for another move. This is the slowest part of the track as it stands, because of the chicane. Tetris is not looking likely for a podium if Fat Eagle stays ahead. So he has to play his cards right and stay ahead just at the right time. King Doggy getting a 3-second penalty. Shining Swarm is going to get P10. Oh my days. It's happening. He said he wanted to be in the top 10. It's looking likely. He might actually get P9 as it stands. He's catching up to these 2 drivers very, very fast. Bolt has actually started losing a bit of time to Protein. It was 6.2, it's now 5.9. Tetris has a lot more laps on those tyres than Fat Eagle, and Hippie Slayer has more laps on those tyres. Dono is now getting in the mix as well. 2 seconds behind. Suron has lost out massively. Shining Swarm 2.1 seconds behind. He has lost some time, but he is also within time to get past King Dollar, who will lose up to P11 at the moment. Dono would like to make his way back after having 2 pretty bad, first couple of laps he had a pretty bad start to the race. There is a Suron off the road. He has gone very, very wide. So that's not going to help him in the slightest. King Dogger, as it stands, they could actually get P8, which would put Shining Swarm in P9. No, it would put him in P10. If Suron, will Suron stay out with that broken wing. He does have a 6-second gap. Tetris in P3 at the moment. This 4-car battle for P3 is looking likely. Hippie Slayer might actually not stay here. Suron, 10-second time penalty. Not get ahead. King Dogger gets but Shining Swarm into P10. Bossy is coming up. He's going to get passed into P11. And F1 Original Paulie gets past. Stuck in the pits. Wire Cake is getting past as well. So Suron has fallen down massive spots at the moment. It is 6.3. Bolt isn't gaining as much as he would like on Protein Rope, but it is keeping at a distance where he can't really attack, but it is almost 10 seconds to his 4-car battle. Tetris not having the best exit. Will he stay next to him? Will he get past? Tetris will now get DRS, but Hippie Slayer getting E3 as it stands. But this does not help. Matty AU might have a shot at getting this position. Will he go for the move, or will he stay behind? He does stay behind. Oh my god! Dono's tyres his brakes didn't work. So he has lost out massively there. He now has a wing that he can possibly change, but he might stay ahead as well. Oh, someone is gone, and that is Ashton has had an incident, and he is stopped on the track. He's getting going again. Don't know how that wasn't at least a VSC. But, you know, game. Woo! Okay, Tetris and Hippie Slayer having a bit of contact as Hippie Slayer goes around a bit. Dono, it's not like his chances at the moment, as he did get wing damage from that corner. That is twice where he's missed his braking spot at that corner. He was not having the best time. He's coming up to that corner once again. Will he be more cautious, or will he decide, no, send it? Try and get more ground on the cars ahead as they go battling. Back from Matty AU, who's not gaining much. Tetris going alongside. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tetris wants this. Basically, roughing his racing. Staying ahead. Shining Swarm has gone into the DRS of King Dogger and Broseph Crew, who is currently on P9, but couldn't even get P8 as it stands. Brilliant racing. Battle on the back as well. Hippie Slayer at the moment, if he stays ahead, everyone can get past. Tetris having a worse off exit, not helping him in the slightest. Matty AU has gotten ahead. Tetris not having the best time through here as his tyres are starting to wear. Bolt is ahead by 6.8. He's growing that gap. Very clean. Yeah, Matty's racing. He's been racing for 21 laps, mate. Matty AU in the Red Bull, sole Red Bull here. Zero boxing again, going on a set of hards, so he's not really loving life on those softs. And he crossed the pit lane line with 10 seconds coming out of it. That is 13 seconds. And Suron has retired on track, and it's a safety car! Oh my god! It is a safety car. It is a safety car. Bolt has passed it, and so has Protein Group. He's trying to get past the safety car, but everyone can go on the softs right now, and it will be just flat out. I think the safety car in will be in immediately, but all these drivers boxing right now will be in for Hippie Slayer. He does not get past my Fat Eagle. King Dogger in P3 has decided to stay out. Shining Storm P6. Why is he letting all these drivers go? That was an oopsie, but King Dogger has decided to stay out and will, at the moment, get P4. Sorry, no, he will be put back, but everyone who did not box, Ashton will be able to catch up to the safety car. But these two right here, will they box or will they stay out to keep their gap ahead of the rest of the field? Is now a safety car. That was pretty amazing how we got it with on lap 21, just onto lap 22. So it will be lap 23, which means there will be 2 laps of racing. And that is what you have to be given. But Bolt comes into the pits. Will Protein stay ahead, or will he come into the pit lane? He decides to come into the pits. And hopefully he doesn't speed, because this is crucial at the moment. They will stay ahead. But King Dogger, 15 lap old tyres with the mediums behind of Hippie Slayer. He's not looking like he's going to have the best time. Fade on the softs. If everyone can stay as planned, King Dogger will lose positions, but he will be ahead of Hippie Slayer. This is going to be a very interesting 2 last laps. Shining Storm has come into the pits. We have no idea what for, because he was ahead of a bunch of people. But this lets Dunno get past. He will be behind Dunno. Shining Storm is having a race of his life at the moment. Bolt and the Protein Group are behind the safety car. They would love it for him to hurry up so they can stay ahead, because then they will have Fat Eagle, Matty, Broseph, Tetris, F1 Original Paulie, Dunno, Ozzy, Shining Storm, Quiet Cake, and Ashton right behind him. I wasn't actually expecting him to DNF either, so I looked at penalties, 13 seconds, and then the next thing I know, he has crashed into the wall. We will see from Ashton's point of view, because I will show you where he crashed. He didn't get his wings changed. So if you look here, he would have crashed on that wall. So right on the left side of you. Thank you, Battlecat, for subscribing with Prime. It has been your 25th month. Bro is on a roll. Everyone has caught up now. Will Dunno catch up to the safety car is the problem. Aussie and Shining Swan would love to catch up as well. Quiet Cake is basically putting on the power. He wants to put on the afterburners and get to the back of this pack. Dunno just make it in time. As you see them right ahead, Aussie and Shining Swan would love to catch really close, but they go. They're going now. And that is King Dogger has made his way up into ahead of Slayer on those 17 lap old tyres. His tyres will be blowing up. He's keeping ahead. Hippie Slayer does come through at the moment. Not looking good. 3-second time penalty. If we look at leader, that will put him 1.5, 4.5. That will put him down to 8. Where Broseph is. Guys can go. We don't need them at the moment. There are like 2 laps left and no one else is boxing. Sadly for Ashton, 30 seconds behind. Not having the best time. Bozzy has gotten past Broseph Coupe into P9. Shining Swan in P12. Dono has lost 2 seconds to Tetris. There's a battle everywhere. Oh my god, Protein Group might win. Hold on, we need them tires back. Oh, someone has crashed. Somebody has gone. And that is Broseph Coupe. Has not had the best time. He does not have wind damage, but on lap 24, he has had a collision. King Dogger is down to P6 at the moment, but stays ahead of people like Tetris. People who stay ahead of Dono. Oh my god, that is a bit of a tank slapper, Jesus. Bolt 32.5 is pushing. Shining is in P9. Oh my god. He is having the time of his life. F1 Original Paulie might even get top 10 from Bozzy at the moment. Shining slain. P9 in a Ferrari battle cam. Drop a driver, chuck Shining Swan in the seat. Back up at the top. Fat Eagle would love to get ahead. As it stands, I believe Shining Swarm could even get P8 from King Dogger. Bolt is having an amazing race, led from start to finish. He is looking like he will win. Oh, Tetris has had an accident, which has pushed King Dogger and Dono right up his bum. Dono would love to get another position. Matty AU is going for the move on Fat Eagle. Nobody gets DRS, but Fat Eagle has the better straight line speed. Hippie Slayer is on the back of his teammate. Oh my god, Matty AU is flying. It's going to be P4 for Fat Eagle as he crosses the line. F1 Original Paulie not having the best time. Bolt wins. Protein Group second. Hippie Slayer down. Fat Eagle has what? He got 20 seconds and he is not losing positions down the order. Shining Swarm in P8. Quiet Cake in P9. Matty AU has done the impossible. Bossy gets past. Broseph gets past. He cut the corner right at the line just to gain a position. It's very unfortunate. F1 Original Paulie in P13 and Ashton in P14. Amazing race from Shining. An amazing race from Bolt. He has shown that he is good in race and in quali. Man is having an absolute blast. Shining has gone P8 at Las Vegas. Tetris has gotten driver of the day. What a drive from Bolt and Protein Group, as well as Fat Eagle to get into P3. I don't care what anyone says about Tetris should get driver of the day. P15 to P8, Shining Swarm dominates. Absolutely amazing from Shining Swarm. Getting P8 in the Ferrari. We look forward to seeing what more he can do later on in the season. So you get Bolt, Protein Group, Fat Eagle, Hippie Slayer, Tetris, Dono, King Dogger, Shining Swarm, Quiet Cake, Bozzy, Broseph Coupe, Matty AU, who decided he was going to cut a corner and gain a position, F1 Original Paulie, Ashton, and our only DNF and the cause of our final safety car and all that madness, Suron. Shining Storm has the best absolutely amazing. So I will change over to interview screen. So it should be on the interviews. Hell yeah. Just to invite everybody to the comms box. Amazing race. Copy that link. Oh, actually, just waiting for everybody to join, if they are going to join. So Fat Eagle has work to do. I don't know about the other two, if they're going to join or not. I don't know. Oh, someone has joined. Oh, they're both in at the same time, and it made one noise. That's so amazing. Anyway, because Fat Eagle isn't here for P3, Protein Group or Lucas. Hello again.
Hey.
So, how did that race feel up to the safety car?
Felt pretty solid. I was kind of off in my own world because Bolts was just he had quite the gap in front, and then guys behind. I was only holding pace with them when I was sharing lap data with the team for the chat, but I was only pulling away because those guys were battling like crazy. So yeah, pretty solid race for a track I've done zero practice up until now. So pretty happy with the result, and of course the result for the team P2 P4. So yeah.
Yeah, and how did it feel on that final safety car, looking at Bolt's rear end for the first time in a long while?
Yeah, I was getting a bit excited when I come down the straight and I see this green Sauber turn around the corner, but yeah, just I was pushing like crazy for that safety car restart. I only finished a couple tenths in front of my teammate, and then Bolts nailed the restart, and yeah, but yeah, I don't know. We were always talking about a safety car towards the end, and I kept asking my engineers, and I think they were starting to get a bit annoyed with my questions. But yeah,
Well, you got your wish.
yeah,
They wouldn't. They probably would have been annoyed and just, manifested it so you would shut up about it.
yeah. Unfortunately, my engineers have to put up with me, but I'm getting better at the team game, and I'm getting better at listening. But yeah, we'll see. It's working well so far, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, How did it feel looking at qualifying, especially seeing Bolt at the top with a 30.6 and going, excuse me, are you from this tier or not?
Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that just in terms of like tiers because I'm only new, so honestly I really don't know what's going on. I've got to talk to my TP and stuff about that, but um, pretty solid qualifying from him. Qualified fourth again from my part, so seems like I'm a P4 sort of qualifier now. But I think there's guys in between us that were somewhat near bolts, but yeah, I don't know. Qualifying just seems to be my problem at the moment. A pole would be nice within the next few races.
Yeah, a pole would be nice, especially with him there. You hope he won't be there for next week, but
Yeah, that's the hope.
that's the hope. If we do look at someone is eating very loudly. If we do look at where is this bloody thing? Calendar. Right. If we
Yeah.
look at calendar, that's the calendar. No, that's preseason calendar. I'm looking at the wrong one. How are you looking at for Spain for the 100%er?
Um. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at. We'll be pretty good at the 100%er. Spain's a pretty fun track. And I mean, I feel like I've shown it in Vegas that I might not be the quickest on the grid. I might be, third or fourth, but if I can just get out of trouble, and just keep working lap after lap after lap, I can get some pretty decent pace, and start pulling away from all the guys that are battling like crazy like they were today.
Yeah, well, I mean, congratulations on P2. I hope to see you a lot more, even though you're a part of Racing Bulls. But Checkered Flag will be very happy with P3. Sorry, P3, P2 and P4. Congratulations, mate, on P2.
Thanks, mate. Hope to see you next week.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry, I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
So yeah, and uh, the star of the show, the guy who led every single lap, Bolt. Hello.
Hello, mate.
How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
How did that feel? Your first race at IRL and you just dominated everyone.
Uh, Pretty fun, but boring at the same time. Fun to battle some people, battle at least some kids, but yeah, couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, you were very, very quick with a 30.6 in qualifying, and your race pace, you set a 32.5 on those mediums at the end of the race. How did it feel when you saw the safety car?
Honestly, I was hoping for a safety car. Like, I actually wanted to be like near people, like actually fight some people. So I was actually hoping for a safety car, but safety car that late. I think there were like 3 laps remaining. So yeah, I was kind of happy. I can't lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would have been a nice, but then you decided you were going to pull out a DRX. You should have just stopped, you know.
Shut off.
Should have, could have, would have, but you didn't. Well, congratulations on P1 dominated qualifying and the race. How are you feeling if you are going to race for Spain for the 100%er?
Well, Spain's like my best track, so
Oh my god,
pretty
another one.
confident. But 100%, probably some of me don't have that like attention span for that long, but yeah,
You think you do?
hopefully, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you next weekend. Thank you for the race. That was boring for watching because you were just so far ahead, but also exciting to see another new face at the front of the grid.
Yeah, all good.
So see you next weekend. You can leave, you can stay. It's up to you.
Wow.
And that is the end of this stream. I hope everyone enjoyed. It was a pretty outstanding race for everyone. but as you can see, Bolt and Protein Group just getting ahead with the P3 to P7, even P12 at the start of the race. P12 to P3, that battle was amazing. Unlucky to Dono, who didn't get the best start to a race, but does pull it back and ends up, I think, around P7 in that Williams. So, breaking points, not the best at Las Vegas. Shining Swarm, driver of the day, at least for me. P15 to P8 in the Ferrari, getting, up into that position, catching Kingi and Broseph Coupe without DRS. Just all round great pace. He is improving a lot. Hope to see him next week in a spot, as he's showing everyone what he can actually do. But that is goodbye from me. It is bloody 9:09. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see you next Friday for round 3, a 100% race. Enjoy that one. Goodbye.